The moment the relationship starts to feel real, something inside you changes. Not because you stopped caring, but because suddenly, closeness feels heavy. Conversations feel loaded. Expectations feel dangerous. And without fully understanding why, you begin to pull back from the very connection you once wanted. If this pattern feels familiar, you're not broken. You're responding to something deeper than the present moment. Daniel didn't think of himself as emotionally unavailable. He enjoyed companionship. He liked intimacy in small, controlled doses. But every time a relationship moved from casual to committed, a quiet alarm went off inside him. When his partner started talking about the future, he felt trapped rather than excited. When she asked for emotional consistency, he felt pressure instead of closeness. His instinct wasn't to argue, it was to retreat. The conflict was subtle but persistent. Daniel would delay responding to messages, cancel plans, or mentally check out during meaningful conversations. His partner felt the shift immediately. "Did I do something wrong?" she asked one evening. Daniel didn't have an answer. He only knew that being needed felt like standing too close to the edge of something he couldn't see. What Daniel didn't realize was that intimacy wasn't triggering fear because of the relationship it was activating. An old internal blueprint. Deep emotional closeness felt unfamiliar, even unsafe. Somewhere along the way, his nervous system learned that relying on others led to disappointment, loss, or emotional overwhelm. So when love approached, his system did exactly what it was trained to do: shut down. The turning point came unexpectedly. Daniel was watching a lighthouse during a coastal trip, steady, grounded, unmoving despite the crashing waves. He realized something important. He had been trying to become the ocean in his relationships, constantly adjusting, withdrawing, changing direction to avoid being overwhelmed. What he needed instead was to become the lighthouse, stable, present, able to tolerate waves without disappearing. That metaphor changed how Daniel approached connection. Instead of retreating when emotions intensified, he practiced staying grounded. He learned to pause rather than pull away, to name discomfort instead of vanishing into silence. He discovered that intimacy doesn't require losing yourself. It requires learning how to stay present while emotions rise and fall. The transformation wasn't dramatic, but it was real. Daniel began communicating earlier, before shutdown set in. He allowed closeness in increments, building emotional tolerance rather than forcing vulnerability all at once. His relationships became calmer, more secure, not because fear disappeared, but because it no longer controlled his behavior. Here's the takeaway. If you shut down when love gets real, it doesn't mean you don't want connection. It means your system learned that closeness comes with risk. Like the lighthouse, your task isn't to stop the waves, but to remain steady when they arrive. Emotional safety is built through consistency, self-awareness, and the courage to stay present even when it feels uncomfortable. Take a moment to reflect. Where do you pull away instead of speaking up? Where do you disappear instead of grounding yourself? If this resonated, share your experience in the comments. Many people recognize themselves in this pattern. Like this video if it gave you clarity, and subscribe for more.com. Metaphor-driven insights into attachment, intimacy, and emotional growth.